The recent Demon Souls remake on the PS5 was my first true and proper introduction to Miyazaki's punishing yet beautifully crafted Soulsborne games. And while I hated just about every second of dying in that game, I couldn't stop myself from playing it. Until I played New Game Plus and got absolutely whooped by the first few minions.
Bro, I just started, are you f***ing kidding me?
But I wanted nothing else than more of that mysterious and intricate world building combined with its satisfying gameplay loop. Then during the fateful evening of E3 2019, millions of Soulsborne fans rejoiced and praised the sun as Elden Ring was finally announced. The next entry into this god-forsaken franchise within a new open-world setting. Paired with the creative mind of renowned Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin, Miyazaki and From Software have presented their dedicated audience an entirely new and mystical world to dump thousands of their hours and souls into. And less than a month later after its release, the title has already garnered over 12 million copies sold, surpassing the success of the game's original predecessors. Elden Ring immediately received worldwide critical acclaim, and has tarnished all around honor the game for its difficult but satisfying game design, marvelous environments, community collaboration, and overall improvements and remarkableness amongst all the Souls games. And I have played...
Oh my god, I'm gonna die already! I just started!
Explored... That is gorgeous. Hold on, that's really pretty. Oh Suffered...
I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm f***ing dead! I got DP'd!
And prevailed through it all.
Yes!
But precisely what about this game has got other people indulging in what seems like the video game equivalent of self-torture?
No! No! Come on, man!
So grab a maiden, sit on down, and let me tell you about Elden Ring. Okay, so here's the part where I would usually give a very brief explanation of the story's plot so that anyone, regardless of their video game literacy, can understand it. But trying to give a short summary of any From Software game in a 2-minute segment of a 10-minute video is like trying to tell someone the entire plot of The Lord of the Rings using the character count on a Twitter post.
Take a look at this! Jesus Christ, that right there!
Thankfully though, Elden Ring's narrative and background are much more straightforward than the other games, where I can best describe those stories as analogous to the ellipses.
There's something real creepy about you, pal.
So I present to you Elden Ring's story, the SparkNotes edition. The story of Elden Ring takes place in a continent known as the Lands Between, which I now just realized sounds a lot like a more complicated renaming of Middle Earth, was a flourishing and peaceful land, powered by the Elden Ring and the Erd Tree. The Elden Ring and the Erd Tree blessed the people of the continent with grace, and the realm prospered with well-being and good fortune. Still with me? I know we're only like 2 sentences in, so pay attention. Unfortunately, this peace was broken after the Elden Ring was shattered and dispersed its remnants all around the land. Large pieces of the ring are called Great Runes, claimed by the demigod offspring of Queen Marika the Eternal, who were all corrupted with power to become evil, disfigured, and malevolent beings. The player character themselves is known as the Tarnished, people who were banished from the Lands Between after losing their blessing of grace, and are summoned upon by the guidance of grace to restore the lost shards and Great Runes, make them whole once more, and become the coveted Elden Lord and rule over the land. Before we even begin the many hours of playing and exploring the world of Elden Ring to become Elden Lord, you first have to spend 5 hours painstakingly creating your character. Probably the hardest part about these type of games where you get to create your hero from scratch is the hundreds of options of just getting your eyes, nose, and chin just right. Oh my god, the chin is that they look fine during the creation, and then 10 hours into the game you realize the soulless looking monster you've brought into this world. Seriously, there are people out there who effortlessly made Robert Pattinson while I barely managed to make a dude that somewhat resembled a functioning human being. After the grueling hours of going, that looks good enough. is when you finally wake up as the Tarnished and begin your quest to be Elden Lord. You can choose between several starter builds for what playstyle you want to be, from a vagabond or knight who benefits from strong and heavy attacks, a samurai who prioritizes dexterity, warriors who can be a combination of both strength and dexterity, astrologers who cast magic and ranged attacks, or a lowly wretch who starts out with nothing.
I'm the trash man!
But most builds need you to watch your carry weight and your inventory space to make sure you're not too heavy to dodge and start fat rolling everywhere. There's a lot of accessibility for any player who wants to try any type of build. But I honestly feel like magic users get an advantage in the early game, cause while I'm out here struggling to melee these wacky waving swordsmen, they just out here casting spells with ease like... And choosing any of these starter builds doesn't restrict your playstyle for the entire game. You can always change what stats you want to level up as you beat enemies and collect runes. Now, runes are Elden Ring's equivalent of souls in the previous titles, which is basically this game's currency. Each time you level up, the cost of runes increases and scales up as well, so you're gonna need more and more money as you play. On the other hand, dying in this game will make you lose all your runes. So the next time you respawn, you need to be careful and beeline your way straight to your runes. If you die without picking up your runes, then it's time to say bye-bye to them because you've just lost them forever.
Oh bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, we're good. 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 No! We're good. We're good. No, my runes! Damn it! I lost my runes!
And it's back to being broke.
Ow.
So you should always watch your step and don't accidentally walk off a cliff that should really have some guard railings.
No! What?
I just want a railing, you know? One railing, right here.
Dying in this game is pretty much inevitable. You're gonna see that you died screen multiple times, probably within a short time frame too. But dying in this game isn't necessarily a bad thing. Well, it means that you're bad and the game is teaching you to, you know, get good. And shouting obscenities at a boss after your 1200th time of dying probably isn't going to help either. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're gonna repeatedly go through that golden mist wall like...
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu! 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 Dormammu!
In my honest defense, there are some enemies in this game that need a special mention on how terribly annoying they are. Like the New York City rats.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Burger King mages.
Ow, ow. I'm getting slapped across the room!
Anything that flies.
Okay.
Yowie hands.
Oh! Oh! That scared the shit out of me! Oh, okay. Alright. Alright.
The big buff magical bowman.
Ow. What?
And of course, the dogs.
Ow. 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 Okay. What was that?
There have been plenty of times where I was moments away from just completely uninstalling this game from pure anger.
Eat my f***ing dick. No. No, 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 no. No!
Especially after I get Avada Kedavra one-shot hyper beamed by a boss. The game will teach you about being patient, to watch your enemy and their patterns, and to not be stupid and greedy and die for being careless. You also have to manage your stamina and make sure you have enough energy to not only deal damage to your enemy, but to also dodge and run away when you need to.
Whew. I don't know how I dodged that, low-key.
The game will always punish you if you panic roll every millisecond of a fight instead of properly timing the enemy's attacks. Using your shield, watching your stamina, and dodging your way out of attacks are all essential to surviving Elden Ring, as well as not wasting away your health or magic potions. And the last thing you'd ever want to do is to chug all of your precious flasks like... The Soulsborne games are most known for their specific gameplay type, and everyone who has ever tried to play a Soulsborne game can tell you that this
I'm dead.
game
Where the f did you come from?
is hard.
Hi, Margaret. What's poppin', player? Oh my god, you hit hard. Oh my god, my shield! Run! I'm dead! I'm so dead!
With the amount of times I've died in this game, I'm surprised my character doesn't just lay down, give up, and curl up into a ball and say,
My body is broken.
Despite its difficulty and steep learning curve, that satisfying feeling you get after getting bonked by Margit in the head 1,000 times until you finally beat him makes all the pain worth it.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. It's done.
Unless you play as Magic as your starter and just cheese the game. Speaking of cheesing, there are moments in this game where it is 100% morally correct to just cheese instead of putting yourself through pain and agony just to beat. And if we're talking about circumventing the game, then we have to discuss the oh so terrible, heinous, and unspeakable act of rune farming.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
There are certain locations throughout the lands between where you can just travel to, walk a few meters, do something simple, and get money immediately. Rinse and repeat for about an hour or so. While it is very boring and repetitive, you get a decent amount of runes to level up your poor old character just enough to get by to the next hard boss. Look, I've already paid my money's worth for this game. If there's a way I can exploit this game so I can have more fun, you know damn well I'm exploiting the shit out of it. Plus, the rune amount you get from some of these locations aren't even that many until you get to the bird farm and the golden scarab and rake those babies in. And what's great about Elden Ring is it doesn't even matter if you're extremely overleveled with your billions of runes. If you're too cocky and not careful, the game will still punish you.
No! He was one hit!
There ain't nothing wrong with getting a few runes in your pouch, as long as you feel satisfied enough to keep going with the game. And from the looks of it, I'm not the only one here who's making that hustle. Around the entire world, you'll see messages left behind by other players, including tips and warnings about your direct environment.
Fire required ahead.
Oh my god!
While some messages can just be some players trolling and messing around, telling you to jump somewhere you're almost certain leads to death, but you just gotta try it for yourself just to be sure.
Okay, so killing yourself.
There are also messages that just give me a little chuckle and remind me how immature we all really are.
Okay.
And others actually tell you if there's a hidden passageway here if you just hit this wall. Sometimes.
I got baited. Unless, nope, still not.
Also, just recently someone learned that there's a few walls that you need to hit 50 times to actually reveal. And now my question is, how the f were we supposed to know this? And you can return the favor by leaving messages as well. If you wanted to, you can also summon other players to come help fight bosses with you. Now, while the whole process of summoning your friends is kinda janky, it can come in super useful when you're really stuck. Or just have another person die next to you at the boss.
I got one-shotted!
If you feel like wanting to be a menace, you can instead invade other players and ruin their day. Or get smacked and get sent back home.
Oh, they have a madness build. I'm f***ing dead.
On the other hand, other players can invade your game as well and hunt you down.
I got him. He's almost dead anyways. He's dead.
Now see, while I and many other players love this freedom of exploration, discovery, and simplicity in the game's direction, a little help every now and then wouldn't hurt.
Bro, where the hell am I?
And no, I don't mean riddling the entire screen with useless information that just covers the whole damn game, but just some minor improvements like making the menu system or tutorials easier to understand instead of making me feel like I'm looking at a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Many players have grown to love the expectation of the game for the player to know well enough how to play and how to survive. And I appreciate that From Software respects us enough that they don't hold our hands the entire way through. But across the entire Soulsborne games, Elden Ring is probably the most beginner-friendly title of them all. The game isn't easier by any means, not at all, but Elden Ring provides players with better quality of life improvements that create an overall welcoming, or at least relatively welcoming, experience for newcomers. The Sites of Grace, the game's checkpoint systems, are much closer to each other, and sometimes there's one right before a difficult boss.
Where's the grace?
Hey, yo! You can fast travel to any site of grace from any point in the map without losing your runes. The game actually has a map.
It's in the swamp near a pointy rock, top right of the swamp. Okay. Oh.
Weapon and armor durability is no longer a thing, and you can continue to use the same weapon without fear of it breaking in the middle of a hard fight. You can summon spirit ashes, companions that can help you in tough fights by distracting the enemies and bosses, or just completely do all the work for you, or even better, not do anything and just stand there after getting summoned, and they just wander off to a corner and watch you get unequivocally bodied.
Can you not? Can you not? Can you not? Can you not? Can you fight my summon, please? Why did you beeline straight to me? I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't see shit.
The game is no longer restricted to being linear like the previous From Software games, where you just gotta keep pushing forward from point A to B all the way to Z, losing your dignity, sanity, and soul along the way. If you're repeatedly dying in a section and have swallowed your pride long enough to say, okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go somewhere else. Then you can turn another way. Instead of trying to bash your head against the same boss and lose over and over again, you can just go somewhere else. You're encouraged to travel the lands between, explore the regions, fight enemies that you can handle, practice and master your game style, and to level up and get stronger. You can let your curiosity take over and go to new areas you've yet to discover. And if you're too scared to try and fight a scary looking boss, you can just always give them a little love tap to see how strong they are and then run away like. Venturing the game's large open world is also made easier by your trusty horse Torrent, and you can cross the map pretty fast with a really convenient double jump. There's even a whole dedicated combat system while you're on horseback, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like it because it's so goofy and there's not a lot of attack variety. Torrent's also just broken sometimes.
Oh, okay. Torrent just left. What?
And it's pretty frustrating that I can't call on Torrent when I need him the most, and my guy just goes there like, oh, where'd he go? Using Torrent to delve into the map will help you reach areas and discover the many zones and domains of Elden Ring, as well as the enigmatic locals of the world. Along your adventures, you'll encounter cryptid characters with the strangest dialogues who honestly just gives you more questions than answers.
Turtle!
It is here, at the Church of Vows, that the great houses of the...
Some NPCs can give you some context of the story, others can give you a nice warm hug after getting killed by the same boss over 50 times. Is this the woman that can hug me? It is!
Greetings. Would you allow me to hold you? But briefly.
Yes, please. Yes, please touch me. I need a hug after that fight. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You are very warm.
Thank you. Or just look like they're in desperate need of some chocolate.
You just can't wait for me to die, can you?
While some NPCs are just outright mean to you and remind you how you get no bitches.
Is this the guy who tells me I don't have no maidens? It is.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
He just told me I got no bitches in a video game.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
What is it with people telling me I got no bitches? What the f?
Now, I don't have to tell you that this game is also just visually stunning. There were many times when I paused myself from continuing on with my adventure because I just wanted to stop and enjoy the scenery. However, there are still some places in this game that just from the moment I step foot in it, I already know I'm going to hate it there. Why did it turn red? Why is the music so ominous? Where am I? Is this a bad place? For every Nokron on the Eternal City, we have Florida. Or as the game keeps trying to tell me, Caelid. This place looks like shit, man. What the f is Caelid?
Hey, yo, calm down.
The hype and praise surrounding Elden Ring has been very much well merited, and it's incredible for a AAA game to actually come out to be finished and polished. Enough so that it's already claiming the crown for Game of the Year just 2 months into the year. Its popularity with the entire gaming and non-gaming community has been spectacular to witness. People who have been too scared to try the Soulsborne franchise, let alone any other game for that matter, have joined the gaming space and even learned about the very basic mechanics. They are gonna have to learn the hard way though, with just how punishing this game can be. And that's okay! Nothing beats seeing a new Souls player's reaction more than when they finally start beating a boss they've been struggling on, only for them to trigger their second phase and start crying.
No. Wait. Wait.
It can be an obstacle that they'll be excited to try and overcome. And by the time they've gotten a hang of the game and killed more bosses than they've ever thought to imagine, they'd probably feel exhilarated despite their many deaths and start going,
And I did it because I like
Order.
Hell, I love you.
This game has a lot to offer for both veteran Souls players and to the uninitiated. And the best part is, I'm only 38 hours into this game, and I am nowhere near done. I've still got a lot to get through. So, if you want to follow the rest of this painful journey to become the Tarnished Elden Lord, then come join me on my stream at twitch.tv/inCREWmination. There's plenty of friendly people in that chat who don't even play games but are there to come and chill. It's where I actually recorded all the footage for this video.
Hold on. This is so goofy. Hold on. Oh, this is so weird to me. Hold on. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stop it.
And interacting with the chat while playing probably enhanced my current playthrough of the game and has helped me keep my sanity.
I'm not gonna, no. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm trying not to. Okay, well I tried not to.
I'm finishing up Ronnie's story right now to become her consort and to receive her ending. And from there we'll just finish the rest of the main quests. So come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Thank you all for watching the video. The next game on the list is It Takes Two, but we'll be streaming some other games in the meantime. If you like this video and you want to support me and the channel, we've also set up a Patreon account. Any bit of support helps. Alright, now have a good one, y'all. Bye!